Hey friends! So a question that I see asked a lot in the mascara forums is, does mascara cover melasma? And the answer is yes. So I'm here to show you guys today how I cover mine, and you can see that I've seen some cases that are a little bit more severe. I've seen some less severe. I'm kind of middle of the road, but you can see that it's very dark in here. I've got a white spot here, here, and then it's dark on the sides of my nose, here. So basically everywhere you contour is where my melasma is, which helps a little bit because I can keep the areas bright that I need to. But I found that going in with contour over my melasma to kind of even out that skin tone before I do highlight has helped a lot. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do that today. So what I use, because it's closest to my, the color of my melasma, is the Stone contour, which is this one right here. And so you'll want to find something that's closest to that tone. I found that that works for me. So what I do is take my the flat end of my detailed hack brush, dip it into my contour, and then I'm going to go in everywhere that I have it. So this is not how you would typically do your contour. Typically you're just going to keep it on the top of your forehead, under your cheekbones, jawline. I do a little bit under my lip just to kind of make it look poutier, and then the sides of your nose. So while I'm going to do that, what I'm doing is trying to even out the spots that you see in there, since melasma is kind of blotchy. So again, I just go in with the contour, and this one works, that's closest to the color of mine. And all I'm doing is trying to even out my skin tone. So the big thing that we advertise as mascara artists is doing one layer of makeup. That's why this makeup is so appealing to so many people, because you highlight, contour, foundation all in one. But because of my skin condition, I have found it better to do it in layers. So if you don't have melasma, then you don't have to worry about that. So now I'm just going in where it is on my cheeks and evening it out. Same thing on the other side. So I'm doing this step first, as you can see, rather than my highlight. And then I'm going to go down on my jawline. And then underneath. So now I'm gonna, when I'm doing my real contour, I'm just gonna go with the olive, which is the one that I would normally use when my melasma is not as prominent in the winter, when my skin's a little bit lighter. And then on my nose, I'm actually going to take this down the bridge of my nose to even out the color with the darkness on the sides. And if you're tan during the summer, if you tan well, then this will really help too with evening everything out and making me look tan. My new favorite thing is the Bella Cream Bronzer. If you guys haven't used that, amazing. All right, so now I've got that done, and I'm going to go in with my highlight now. So I use amber because it covers redness and any acne scarring really well. So I'll take that, and I'm using the other end of my detailed hack brush, which is the smaller end, and I'll just go under my eyes and create my highlight triangle right here. And just like you would normally highlight and contour, I'm just going to fill in the areas that I did not put the contour just now. And then, with the exception of the bridge of my nose, obviously I put contour on that, so that's going to be a little bit layered when I do the highlight there. So just creating that triangle. Now the trick up here, because you'll see most mascara artists, if they don't have the skin condition, they feather it out over here. But if you do that, you're gonna wipe off the contour that you just did. So I just do a little bit of highlight in the area that I did not do the contour, and I'm gonna blend that in with my beauty blender rather than my brush, because it won't wipe it off. completely broke out the last couple days, so I've got lots of little goodies to try to cover up, which for the most part, Amber does that really well. But I'll go back in with the smaller side of my detailed hat brush and just spot treat in those areas, and I'll blend that out with my beauty blender. So I don't worry too much at this point about blending out the areas that I'm spot treating. All right, so now I'm going to grab my beauty blender. After you make your beauty blender damp, I spray it with the Stay Outside setting spray and just kind of rub that in. So you want this just damp. You don't want it wet, otherwise it's gonna wipe your makeup off. So now I'm gonna go in and just blend everything. So now what I'll do is go in with my, I'm gonna grab my B Squared blush and bronzer brush, and I'm gonna go in with the smaller end. So all of our brushes are double-ended, which is amazing because it cuts down on the stash that you need to find a spot for. So the smaller end of that is what I use for my cheeks, and I'm gonna go in with, I'm gonna use Sandstone today. So just barely dab it in there, and then smile and put this on the apples of your cheeks. And then I'll take the flat end of my beauty blender and just dab that, blend the edges in a little bit. And then if you need to go back in to make sure you didn't cover up this beautiful highlight triangle a little bit, I usually go in and just kind of blend that out a little. So today, let's see, I'm gonna grab my eyeshadow everything brush, again double-ended, so I use this side for the lid and the crease, and then this side to detail on the outside. And I'm going to go with Bright Eyes on the lid. So this one here, this Mejia, you guys, I just got it. It's kind of a scary color because it's so fuchsia. I was kind of worried to get it, but I've seen it on other girls and it's beautiful. So I tried it and I wore it yesterday and I am in love. It's such a beautiful color. So don't be afraid. These are highly pigmented, so you don't have to use a lot, but every color I've got is just so beautiful. So I'm going in on my eyelid with Bright Eyes. So on my crease, I'm gonna go with, what should I do? Zion. Another beautiful color, it's one of my favorites. That is this one right here. Pardon my dirty palette here, I need to clean that up. So then I'll just take that into the crease. And my eyes are a little bit more deep set, so I like to come up on to the brow bone just a little bit, so it makes my eyes pop a little bit more. Otherwise it just sets into this crease and all you see is white up here, so it just gives it a little bit more dimension if I bring it up a little. And then with this color I like to go underneath, bring it underneath the bottom lash line as well, and kind of around the side. See how it creates that little bit more dimension there. Okay, and then you could definitely leave it at this if you want a more simple, quick look if you're in a hurry. I like to add a little bit more dimension on the outside, so I'm gonna go in with my Zion on the crease. I'm using the small one, small end of the brush. This is Zion, it broke. So I actually have a new one, I just haven't put in there yet. So I'm gonna try to use this one up as much as I can, but I'm gonna dab that in there and then dab off the excess. And just go in the corner here and kind of a sweeping and circle motion and then blend it inward. And on this outer corner, I'm just going into my crease there and then in the outer corner and kind of bringing it around a little. And you can come down to the lower lash corner a little bit. So it just gives a little bit more dimension on the outside, which I prefer. That may not be everybody's thing, and that's totally fine. And then I go back over it just to kind of blend it a little bit with the fluffier side of the brush. Okay, and then you can go into the corners of your eyes to brighten them up. I do that, just dab my finger into the, this one is Stardust, I believe. And then just kind of put it in the corner there. That just helps brighten up that inner corner. And then I like to do a little bit of that on my brow bone as well. So I've already got my eyebrows done. They are microbladed, but I need to get them touched up, so they are filled in a little bit right now. And I use Wonder Brow for that. You could use the, sometimes if I'm just in a hurry, then I use Trust or Oak eyeshadow, just depending on what colors I'm doing on my eyes. But if I'm not in a hurry, then I love this stuff, this Wonder Brow. It is, I'm sure you've seen the ads on Instagram and Facebook, but it's supposed to last a few days. It really doesn't for me, which is fine, but I love the way it fills it in, and it's kind of a setting gel too, so then your brows don't move. I like the way it fills them in. So next, I'll need to do my mascara, which I need to go grab. I told you I wasn't prepared. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be back in a minute. Ta-da! It's like magic, my mascara's done. So now, I put my setting powder on too. So now what I do is I like to take the pointy end of my Beauty Blender and just dab it into my illuminator, which is Honey, my favorite. And then dab it on to the top of the cheekbones here. And blend that in. See how beautiful that is when the light hits it? Same thing on the other side. See the difference? Mmm, delicious. And then I have oily skin, so I don't put any in my T-zone, but if you have dry skin or regular skin, then you could do that there too for just a little extra shimmer. And then if you want a little something on your lips, you can use the lip and cheek color. So I can go in with, let's see what I want to use. No, I was gonna try to go in with Sandstone like I had on my cheeks, but I'm not gonna do that. I think I wanna do a pink. So I'm gonna go with my Hollywood color. And just apply that with my finger. So there you go. That's my melasma covered look for you guys. So I'll post a before and after photo as well. Thanks for joining me. Bye guys.